What up, gamers? Frontier here, and welcome back to Frontline 2 Exilium. So let's go continue Zhaohui's story over here. Oh, my bad. I didn't read that part. Um, Let me go back again. So you're saying, oh, after our little scuffle, I explained the reason why we're here to Zhaohui. So you're saying that you're here to investigate Varjager activity in the region? Indeed, the Elmo recently got a commission to track down these Varjagers. You wouldn't have known because Groza and I set out a little after you. According to Brief, this particular band has been going all out with the killing, looting, and burning, and a few broker friends of mine have reported losing stock to them as well. They're very familiar with the terrain, and we only just managed to find their base today. But enough about us. What about you, Zhaohui? I suppose someone as capable as you must think nothing of coming to a Varjager stronghold by yourself so late at night. It was merely a coincidence that I ended up here. I didn't expect that the Varjagers would have their eye on my client. Seriously? Who is this client of yours anyway? She's an actress. Her troupe just arrived in a settlement yesterday, and they're preparing for a show. I have no idea why the Varjagers would go after her. Perhaps it's just a misunderstanding. After all, they're a performing troupe from the Green Zone, so perhaps they appear like plump sheep to these hungry wolves? I see. Still, she only arrived yesterday, and people already have their sights on her. It's quite surprising. Just surprising just how eager the Varjagers are about all this. What do you plan to do now, Commander? Are you going to wipe out the stronghold? I'm not in a hurry to do so. My assignment was to conduct a discreet investigation, so, in principle, I'm just supposed to remotely observe them. The important thing is to get a feel for their overall situation, so I won't be making contact with them or entering their hideouts unless I have to. And besides, it seems these Varjagers have some kind of a boss in charge of them. They have more than one base, so sniffing them all out is going to take a while. What a pain. Zhaohui thinks for a while. A moment later, she looks up at me. In that case, I have a proposition, Commander. Go ahead. At first, I thought that this was just an ordinary case of someone trying to intimidate my client, but things are clearly not that simple since the situation involves the Varjagers. After taking into consideration the troops' safety and the secret investigation you're conducting, would you be willing to join the troop protection mission for the time being and work with me? So the troop serves as both the bait and a cover for our investigation. It does sound like a win-win situation. Yes, also, if anything happens, the client and the troop will be safer with you and Miss Groza around. I don't mind, but the client and troop, on the other hand, I'll speak with them about it. However, the troop's funds are limited, and they probably won't be able to pay you too well. There's no need for that. Ultimately, we're both making use of each other here, and besides, Monsoon has done their fair share of free labor for me too. Are you happy with that, Leader Zhaohui? I chuckle and extend a friendly hand to Zhaohui. She is silent for a moment, and then she extends her hand to me, one that's covered in scars. That's strange. Since when was Zhaohui such a misser? I don't know what that means. A misser. Fixing this level of synthetic skin damage shouldn't cost that much. Before I can ask further, Zhaohui nods to me. Glad to be working with you, Commander. Oh, that was a fast scene. Okay. Let's go for the next one here. Yeah, that one actually kind of felt shorter than usual. Like, even though I started halfway, I think even like the... I guess whatever I did in the previous video, that did not feel like too long, right? What? A mission already? Okay. Let's go and start. Yeah, we might also be going by this kind of fast. We'll see. Okay. So yeah, I do wonder when this mission takes place. I didn't realize we were stopping, right? When it came to the... Like, I thought we were still, like, trying to help out Hide 404. I thought this whole quest was before that. But maybe we've already done it, maybe? Like, I remember... Like, do you think this is where... Oh no, it can't be. If like, if I didn't see Klukai here. Yeah, if I see Klukai here, I'm just wondering if this also takes place like when Vector and Michitu were in that simulation. I'm just trying to like, you know, piece the timeline here. But yeah, I didn't realize we would be stopping. Like I thought we were just like still traveling to get to Hide 404. After returning to the campsite the next day, Zhaohui introduces me to Groza and the troop, just in case I have a set of credentials ready to prove my identity. However, it seems my concerns were unfounded. Once we reveal that there's a Varieger camp nearby, Zhaohui has no problems at all convincing the manager to take us on. Soon, the troop has freed up a temporary bunking space for me and Groza, while Ada has cheerfully taken it upon herself to show us around. So it is just Groza. I thought maybe there might be one more doll. At least. But no, it's just Groza. Also, I do like the music, man. It feels kind of different for this game. It feels kind of like a, you know, like an inn or tavern. Or like a pub or whatever. Like a place to drink, a bar. Like a fantasy bar. It feels kind of different for this game. Over here, this way please. After leading us to our quarters, Ada quickly shows us around the facilities and briefs Groza about the troop's activities. In any case, that's our performance schedule. If you guys need anything, feel free to look for me or the manager. Thank you, Miss Ada. You're welcome to look us up anytime too. After briefing us, Ada doesn't leave right away. Instead, she ends up gawking at Zhaohui, who is standing by my side. Zhaohui notices Ada's gaze and walks over to her. Ada grabs Zhaohui and pulls her aside before whispering into her ear. Miss Zhaohui, they seem pretty skilled, but that bounty hunters... Zhaohui looks toward me from a distance. He's a reliable friend of mine. There was something fishy about that attack yesterday, so I asked him to come and help out. I see. Alright then. Still, about that attack from yesterday. Don't worry, I didn't tell the manager about it. Ada visibly relaxes and she bows to Zhaohui in gratitude. Thank you so much. I don't know how to show it, but I'm really grateful to you. Think nothing of it. However, for safety's sake, I would recommend you leave the campsite as little as possible. Sure, I won't go far. Ada leaves the room after nodding gratefully to Zhaohui. After she leaves, I smile and approach Zhaohui. Well, that's the leader of Monsoon for you. I'm sure Diane and the others must have had a much easier time on their travels with you around. Zhaohui turns as she hears my voice. Just doing my job as a leader. Is something the matter, Commander? Something's bothering me. It seems Miss Ada doesn't understand the true identity of her attackers. That doesn't seem to concern your mission, Commander. I don't mean to pry, of course. That was just a reminder. Rather than quibble about that, I have a suggestion. The settlement seems quite lively. Would you like to walk around it with me and get a picture of what's happening on the ground? Alright. After leaving the troop campsite, which is still under construction, Zhaohui and I walk down the streets of the settlement. The roads are covered in sand and gravel, the houses are run down, the people are all poor. Settlements like these are everywhere in the yellow zone. The sole difference is that one we're staying in is fairly large, which is most likely why the troop chose to base themselves here. Still, the livelier the settlement is, the more likely it is to draw the Varieger's attention. I turn my eyes outside the settlement as the thought crosses my mind. Piles of rocks and drifts of sand hide the land and the sky in the distance, but I know that there's a lurking threat hidden in that distant valley. Just as I'm about to head outside the settlement, Zhaohui comes to a halt. Commander, why did you ask me to go with you? If this is meant to be a secret investigation, there's a chance that secrecy could be breached. We're working together on this assignment after all. It's better that we interact and get to know each other. Also, things in the yellow zone can be pretty complicated, and I'm empty-handed right now. I'd feel better with a certain squad leader by my side. According to what I know of you, Commander, dealing with over 10 Varigers by yourself, even without a doll squad backing you up, should be a child's play for you. Besides, you have Miss Groza too. Indeed, which is why this is only part of the reason So wait, I can take on 10 Varjägers? Like it's child's play? Wait, is that true? Is that what it said? I didn't realize I was that powerful. Like, even without a doll. I didn't realize I was that powerful. Like, I'm sure I had some, like, combat capabilities. It's just, I've never really seen it. If anything, I was, like, injured at the beginning of the game. And then you kind of saw me also, like, you saw the commander, like, when he was escorting Helena. And then we met Kalina that one time. Okay, that's kind of interesting. The other reason is you, Zhaohui. The truth is, there was something I wanted to discuss with you on the day Monsoon had their concert. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to do so. That day, yes. It was unfortunate that we could not speak. What do you wish to talk about, Commander? Monsoon and the Elmo. I know that you're the leader of Monsoon Squad, and you're not part of the Elmo. It's not easy for a gust of wind that's used to freedom to suddenly accept a new environment. I am grateful for the fact that you are willing to stay with the Elmo for the sakes of Diane and the others. They are my friends. Yes, and you are a good leader. That much goes without saying. But even though you're the leader, I can sense that you're changing too. Right now, the way you're talking to me is completely different from when Monsoon first came to help me. The bounty hunters have keen noses, so feel free to talk about anything you want with me. Zhaohui does not answer. Or perhaps we could discuss it with Monsoon, if you think it would be better that way. It won't take long for them to come here for the Elmo, and there'll be extra hands for the commission. Zhaohui remained silent, her face still blank. According to Zhang Yu, her facial actuators were damaged in combat, but as a result she does not show much in the way of facial expressions. But sometimes, this poker face of hers is the perfect camouflage for her feelings. I looked straight at Zhaohui, silently waiting for her to answer. Just then, the sounds of an argument from a nearby hovel up ahead. It's not like that. Listen to me. Those letters I sent were just... hold on, I skipped it. My bad. Listen to you how? If not for you, Ferris wouldn't have... No, Ferris, Look, just listen. For some reason, the pleading girl's voice sounded strangely familiar. Zhaohui and I exchange looks. We nod, then we take cover nearby. Enough of this BS. You think I'm going to buy that goody two-shoes act? It's all because of you. No, I really didn't. Know that you're someone like this? Because of you. Stop pretending already. Get lost. Get out of here. The argument doesn't last long. Soon, the owner of the nasty voice departs, leaving behind a sound of quiet sobbing. I did wonder, because it's a familiar voice, if that is Ada. What if, like, she's acting right now? It lasts for a while before gradually tapering off. Then, a familiar figure steps out from behind a wall. It is Ada, the lead actress of the Talia troupe. So wait, I'm just wondering if this is acting, or is this like a real situation here? She rubs her tears away as she walks. Her clothes are dusty, and her hair is a little mussed, probably from a scuffle just now. Zhaohui frowns and prepares to stand, but I put her hand on her shoulder and gently shake my head. Don't go right now. It might be a personal matter for Ada. Zhaohui doesn't answer, but she doesn't move either. It is only when Ada leaves that I loosen my grip and let her rise. As expected, Zhaohui doesn't go after Ada. Instead, she fixes me with a cold look. Why did you stop me just now, Commander? If this is a personal matter for Ada, butting in rashly would only make things awkward for her. The troupe is about to put on their show. It would be better to figure things out and then ask Ada about it later rather than incur unnecessary trouble. This isn't the first time Ada has encountered something like this. The dispute just now was very intense. If that man keeps bothering Ada, it might end up affecting the show. We still don't know the full picture yet. Barging in thoughtlessly might only end up making things worse. In the contamination zones, there are times when minding your own business is not a bad thing. That's what Ada wants too, isn't it? Zhaohui frowns. Minding my own business? So this is minding your own business to you, Commander? I see. Zhaohui's expression doesn't change, but I can hear a hint of disappointment in her voice. However, this is the most sensible choice right now. If Ada objects, then I will not pursue the matter for now, but if it affects the upcoming play, I will not remain silent. In any case, I'll look around the area alone for now. I can handle things here by myself. You should head back to the campsite, Commander. It seems Zhaohui has made up her mind. I sigh, then I turn to leave. We'll discuss it after she settles down. By the time I return to the troops' campsite, the stage at its center has begun to take shape. A group of people are gathered around it, and Ada seems to be in her midst. As I approach, Rosa turns to me from where she is standing on the edge of the crowd. Commander? What's going on here? Miss Ada is rehearsing. Apparently there was a recent revision to a certain scene. I look at the heart of the crowd. While this is just a scene rehearsal, Ada is completely into it. There's no sign of the tears she shed just now. Shortly afterwards, Zhaohui enters the campsite too. Ada is still performing, so Zhaohui frowns slightly before standing aside to watch in silence. Soon, the scene is over, and the audience erupts with thunderous applause. Wow, that was a great change. It's even more moving than the previous version of the scene. I bet our tour is going to be a great success. Alright, I'm happy that everyone's so confident about our tour, but I'd like to hear from our audience too. Ada steps out of the crowd and beckons to me and Zhaohui. Hi, you two. You saw our rehearsal just now, right? What do you think? It was very compelling. As for the fine details, Zhaohui, you've got stage experience. Maybe you'd like to field this question? I smile, then glance at Zhaohui. She considers her words for a moment, and then begins speaking in an earnest voice. I think your performance was very professional. While I arrived later and only managed to see part of it, the girl Zola that you played was lively and animated and very likable. Her final promise to her friend was very stirring too. I'm sure it would have won the hearts of the audience even in the green zone. However, the delivery of some of the lines seemed a little unpolished. Further practice might be required. It sounds harsh, but that's high praise coming from Zhaohui. After hearing her words, Ada scratches her head bashfully. Huh, but that's to be expected. After all, the characters was modeled after Ada. She was? It's nothing. Right, I need to go check my costume with the director. If there's nothing else, let's all go take a break for a bit. Miss Ada? Were you looking for me, Zhaohui? Upon seeing Zhaohui hesitate, I cut into their conversation. Zhaohui, shall we talk about campsite security? Yes. Wow, you guys sure work hard. I'll leave it to you then. Gotta head over to the director's office. Ada leaves, and I ask Rosa to continue standing watch by the stage. Zhaohui's face is as blank as ever. Sighing internally, I approach her. What did you find outside the campsite? Thanks to your restraint, I didn't manage to find anyone suspicious. In that case, you shouldn't thoughtlessly question Ada about it either. Commander, are you saying that you believe asking about the matter will be bad for Ada, or that it will affect your investigation of the Varjägers? While I said I was willing to work with you, I was upfront about how the investigation would take priority over protecting the troop. Currently, Ada's situation is not related to the troop, and working with you does not extend to interfering with the actors' personal lives. I do not wish to give rise to unintended consequences by doing so. In the Yellow Zones, supplies are not cheap, and while I don't know how Monsoon operates for the bounty hunter, minding your own business is an important principle for survival. Zhaohui falls silent, as though she hadn't expected me to state my position that frankly. She frowns slightly, but in the end, she simply fixes me with a calm gaze. Since you've decided to prioritize the investigation, I have a request of my own. I hope that you will not jeopardize the show for the sake of your mission, Commander. Of course, I have my principles too. I'll inform you if I discover anything unusual. I hope you will keep your promise, Commander. Zhaohui turns and leaves after saying those cold words. As I watch her go, I rub between my eyes in resignation. This misunderstanding is only to get worse at this rate. Is there any way to soften Zhaohui's attitude? What would Monsoon Squad do when they have a dispute? Monsoon Squad. An idea springs into my head. I pull out my terminal and find the names Diane and Zhangyu. I'm sorry, girls. It seems I'll need your help again. Alright. That was it for that mission. That was like what? 2.5 so far? Or maybe 1.5? I don't remember. Let's keep on going, man. Another like battle right away, or probably just a cutscene first. There we go, cutscene. Uh-oh. The music is all like you know, like the casual comical kind. In the wilderness, a jeep races towards its destination. The doll in the front passenger seat leans against the window, idly rapping on the scratched glass. Big sis, go faster. The commander and Zhaohui will have walked out on each other by the time we get there. The doll in the driver's seat stomps the gas pedal once again, but the only reply is the low humming of the engine as it strains under its weighty burden. Zhangyu, we've been driving at top speed for a long time now. Any faster, and this jalopy will probably come apart before we even reach their campsite. After hearing Diane's reply, Zhangyu pouts and curls up in her seat. Fine. Truth is, I just want to see the commander and Zhaohui ASAP. That poker-faced woman cruelly dumped us to take on a commission by herself. I can't wait to see her staring idiotically at us when we show up. Zhangyu, I know you're still mad about what happened back then, but the commander didn't ask us to come in order to make things worse. You don't want Zhaohui to leave Monsoon, do you? Heck no. Why else would we be rushing like this anyway? Okay, fine. Relax, big sis. I promise I won't get mad at her when we meet later. At most, I'll wait till she gets back to the Elmo before secretly thumping her a little. That's if she comes back at all. If we can't convince her. We still have Faye, don't we? She's on her way too, isn't she? Faye's never gotten along well with the others, but even she is willing to come to the Elmo, so there's no reason why Zhaohui wouldn't refuse either. We can't really say. After all, Zhaohui isn't an ex-Griffin doll. This is such a pain. Monsoon's still Monsoon even on the Elmo, and the commander's a really nice guy too. Do we have to choose between Monsoon and the commander? Why is Zhaohui making things so difficult for us? Indeed, perhaps this problem isn't just for us, but for all of Monsoon too. The interior of the little jeep is silent for a while. Diane frowns as she gazes into the distance, then floors the accelerator once again. Oh, we got a battle here. Okay. Just go press play. Combat starts. And begin. There we go. Hopefully I've been able to do all the bonus objectives. I have not been keeping count, but I think I have. Yeah, man, I feel like I'm pretty much set for whenever, like when it comes to the next character I want. Like right now I'm trying to aim for Andorus and Belka, but if they don't come out for a while, I might be able to like maybe get another doll instead. That might be a lot of fun, but I mean, yeah, we'll definitely see. It is a fiery afternoon, and the Italia troops' campsite is boiling hot as you expect. The troop members hurry back and forth, rushing to set up the stage, rehearse, and prepare props. Zhaohui and Groza and I are infected by this industrious mood and find ourselves taking part too. Suddenly, I hear the sound of happy shouting from the distance amidst the sweltering heat. Commander, Zhaohui! Zhaohui turns and freezes up. Meanwhile, I turn just in time for a gust of crimson wind to slam into me. The impact was so massive that I lose my balance and stumble back. Yeah! Look out! Just as I'm about to fall, a hand reaches out just in time to steady my shoulder. At the same time, the girl who just caught me barely manages to correct her posture and helps Zhaohui to stand me back up. Sorry, Commander. It was an accident. I'm okay. With my feet back under under me at last. I look at the girl before me. Her long twin tails are fluttering in the wind, and the smile on her face is so bright that it makes me feel happier just looking at her. I reflexively reach out to affectionately ruffle her hair. You came fast, almost caused a speeding accident, in fact. uh, it's just because I miss you so much and didn't want to be apart from you for a second, Commander. And I guess I miss Zhaohui too. In any case, the moment we got your message, Big Sis and I came here as quickly as we could. Isn't that right, Big Sis? Jungyu laughs and turns to Diane, who has only just arrived. We're not late, are we, Commander? And Zhaohui? There is an apologetic smile on Diane's face as she turns to the green-hued doll. Forgive us for acting hastily and coming here without informing you. You have nothing to apologize for. In the first place, decision-making authority was in your hands while I was away from the squad. Zhaohui remains calm even when confronted by the sudden visit from her teammates. Jungyu seems annoyed by this and gets up in Zhaohui's face. Wait a minute, why isn't your mouth wide open? Huh? Aren't you at least a bit surprised that Big Sis and I are here? I am surprised, but I'm not a tickle-me-throat doll that opens its mouth when you squeeze its tummy. Also, my emotive expression modules only support opening my mouth to a limited extent. That's why you're so annoying. Big Sis and I came all this way over and you aren't even reacting to it. Do you not care at all? Jungyu. Zhaohui looks the fuming Jungyu in the eye and shakes her head. It's not that I don't care, it's just that I guess why you came. As such, I have no choice but to accept your arrival and introduce you to everyone in the troop. Saying so, Zhaohui pulls Jungyu and Diane over and smiles faintly to the troop members who are gathering around them. Ada, manager, everyone, these are Diane and Jungyu, my friends from my band. Like me, they have extensive stage and combat presence. Welcome. Are you the ones who have been traveling and performing everywhere with Miss Zhaohui? Indeed, they were interested in the troop's upcoming play and insisted on coming by to help. Please feel free to tell us if you need anything over the next few days. We'll be in your care for the time being, everyone. Diane smiles and bows. Upon seeing how Diane is acting, Jungyu's face lights up with a smile too. Yup. Just let me know if you need any help. I can work, fight, and perform. Oh yeah, I can do kung fu, sing, and play the drums too. Wow, really? Miss Jungyu, can I consult with you on the finer points of fight scenes? It might end up useful in our play. Of course. In fact, I can give you a demonstration right now. Empty space. There we go. Come on, this way. Jungyu drags Ada off to the side and proceeds to give her an energetic display of martial arts moves. Diane shakes her head with a smile as she watches Jungyu's antics. She really does go full throttle all the time. Still, there won't be any problems with blending into the troop now. Well played, Commander. I'm impressed. Zhaohui looks at me and her smile fades. Please forgive me. I simply did not want to cause any misunderstandings between us. I believe that we'll be able to get along better with Diane and Jungyu around, and as for the future... Thank you for your concern, Commander. Zhaohui interrupts me halfway through my explanation. I will carefully consider the future of Monsoon Squad. Oh, that was it. Nice. Oh, we're going back to the main menu. I feel like we did so much in the 30 minutes just now. I think it's like what, 2.5? I think so. I'm always surprised at the pace that we're going. Yeah, 2.5. But yeah, I should be able to finish up maybe in the next video if I can. It always surprises me how it goes fast sometimes. Although there's a slight tension between Zhaohui and Diane and Jungyu, it doesn't affect the assignment, and the show preparations are proceeding at a pace. The stage is finally completed by our 4th day in the settlement. The troupe decides to conduct an internal test show that night. The music stops, replaced by enthusiastic applause from the audience. One by one, the cast members take their bows, and the director waves excitedly to the audience from the stage. And that's a wrap. A big thank you to everyone for making this test show of Day Breaks Oath a great success. Following the director's announcement, the cast members gather excitedly into a group hug, as the lead actress, Ada, is naturally in the center of the group. Ada, you were amazing. I didn't expect the change finale to be so moving. Thank you everyone, but I couldn't have done it without you. Be it the script revisions or the later performance and joint rehearsals, I'm so grateful to have your support. Ada bows deeply from where she's standing in the middle of the crowd. The director comes over and pats her on the shoulder. Come on, Ada, no need to be modest. We all know just how hard you've worked to make this tour a success. I'm sure Farrah's parents would understand your feelings if they were here. Farrah's parents. So yeah, I'm guessing Ferris is like the friend, and that one angry guy was like the father or something. We sent the invitations out long ago, but I guess they won't be coming. Otherwise, they wouldn't. Ada sighs quietly and drops the subject. Then she instantly wipes her dejection away like it had never existed and smiles as she grabs Zhaohui's and Zhongyu's hands. That's right, director. I've learned lots of interesting things recently while talking to Monsoon Squad. For instance, Zhang Yu's kung fu moves look really cool on stage. I was thinking that maybe we could work with them into our next production. Wow, really? Yep. I still remember that super cool flying kick you showed me. It will be perfect for a fight scene. Also, just as Ada begins to act out a move with Zhang Yu in tow, a dark shadow falls from the sky. Look out! Zhaohui pulls Ada away just as a glass bottle filled with paint hits the spot where Ada was standing just a moment ago. The paint inside it splashes out as the glass shards into fragments, blooming into a lurid, savage flower. Before Ada can react, a second and third bottle sail into the campsite, interspersed with a hail of stones and leaving streaks of paint all over the stage. Hey, someone's causing trouble! Dayan, protect the cast and the commander. Zhang Yu with me. Zhaohui's voice remains on the wind as she leaps out of the campsite, landing behind a nearby wall. With lightning speed, Zhaohui subdues a suspicious man hiding behind a wall without giving him any time to respond. On her end, Zhang Yu has also grabbed someone outside the campsite. Both of them drag the men to the center of the campsite. Despite being pinned down, they're still struggling and cursing. Who the heck are you? Let me go. Yeah, you're just a crappy group of actors. What right do you have to grab me? Get it through your thick skulls. Stop going around doing shows and get lost now before you mess up more people's families. What is that supposed to mean? Because I'm guessing maybe these are like people like Ferris's parents. Because like they seem like I guess anyone who joins the show here gets messed up, like to them. Shameless and harbor criminals. That lead actress Ada or whatever is a murderer. That makes the rest of you guys accomplices too. Ooh, it's with her. With Ada. That's why, okay. Do you think she's a murderer? Shut up. Zhaohui knocks the ranting man out with a knife hand strike. After seeing how his friend was KO'd, the other man shrinks away in terror. However, when he sees how Ada is not trying to stop this and, in fact, lowers her head in dejection, he starts cursing again. As the verbal abuse grows louder, Zhaohui scowls and takes her knife before pressing it to the man's neck with a cold look in her eyes. Hey, let's talk about this. No need to get serious. Dude, you were the one getting serious. Alright then, talk. Why are you attacking the troupe? We were hired. Our clients only gave us money and told us to make trouble and mess up the show. And what's all this about a murderer? I don't know either. The client just told us to say that. Yes, they've got a grudge with your leading lady. He said he... Before he can finish, Zhaohui knocks him out as well. Why would you do that? Wait. I mean, I would try to listen in. I thought maybe Ada would like try to knock him out. But no, it's Zhaohui. I thought that sounded like very important information in my opinion. She glances at Zhang Yu and Diane, indicating that they should drag the two unconscious men away. Then she looks at me, who is standing aside in the distance. I instantly get Zhaohui's meaning and enter the crowd before giving the director a meaningful look. Miss Ada looks like she needs some rest. Let's end the rehearsals here tonight. Everyone should turn in early. We'll clean up the rest. After seeing the director nod, the rest of the cast and crew obligingly disperse. Soon, the only people left in the once bustling campsite are the director, Ada, and the dolls. Zhaohui helps Ada take a seat, then squeezes her hand. Ada, can you tell us what happened before this? Ada's head is still lowered. She remains gloomy and silent. After seeing the state Ada is in, the director shakes her head and sighs. Maybe I should do it. If I'm not wrong, my guess is that the clients who hired those people to attack the theater were the parents of Ada's former friend, Ferris. A former friend called Ferris? Yes, Ferris was a good friend of Ada's and an outstanding young actress. The truth is, she was supposed to be the female lead for Daybreak's Oath. Back then, Ada and Ferris joined the auditions for the part, and they made it through. Both of them. Ferris was the female lead, and Ada was the second female lead. Ferris and I both loved to act. I still remember the day we met each other. Ada, who has been silent all this time, slowly lifts her head. She looks at the stage, but it seems more like she's gazing into the depths of her past. That day, I joined the impromptu drama competition. I was a rookie back then, and nobody paid attention to me. But by the time the competition ended, a girl ran over all of a sudden and praised me for doing a good job. She even pointed out all the little details in my act. We ended up talking for a long time. She told me her name was Ferris and that she wanted to become a pro actor, just like me. Ada smiles as she recalls her past with Ferris. After that, we became good friends. At that time, all we had were bits parts, but no matter what roles or scripts we were given, we would always rehearse them together so we could critique and further refine our act. Over time, we slowly became able to play supporting roles, and then we both made it through the auditions for Daybreak's Oath and began practicing in the Yellow Zones together, looking for cultural inspiration together, going on tour together. Those days were really happy, but Ada stops speaking as though she's thought of something, and her smile turns bitter. 2 years ago, when Ferris and I were out in the contamination zones together, we were attacked by the Varjägers. The PMC assigned to protect us was taken out by the Varjägers, and Ferris too. I passed out back then and was mistaken for dead, but a passing bounty hunter saved me. Everyone in the troupe was heartbroken over Ferris. We had lost a great actress and a good friend. After that, everyone in the troupe was grieving for her, and the lead actress role for Daybreak's Oath sat vacant for a long time. Later on, I remembered that Ada and Ferris had acted opposite each other and had her try out for the position. She did well, so we decided to permanently assign it to her. But I didn't expect that my decision would lead to a misunderstanding by Ferris's parents. They thought that Ada had gotten Ferris killed in order to become the lead actress. Did you not try to contact Ferris's parents? Oh, we tried many times, but Ferris' parents thought the troupe was in on it with Ada and kept refusing to talk to us. Ada also tried looking for those Varjägers, but they've never been easy to find, and the situation was very chaotic back then. With all the time gone by, we couldn't find any evidence at all. And that's how the misunderstanding lasted all the way until now. Wait, that was me talking? That wasn't like the director or something? Oh, that was the director, okay. It's just, there was no like image on the screen. I know that the director was talking, but then I was kind of surprised at the end here that we saw my name. Okay. Yes, the truth is, Ada has been working hard to try and erase that misunderstanding. During this tour, Ada convinced me to change the script and its ending as a memorial to Ferris. Frankly speaking, we weren't too happy about the change at first, but Ada went all over to gather inspiration and built up experience as a scriptwriter before consulting me about it many times, and in the end, the altered script began to take shape. After we finished rewriting the script, we began preparing for our tour. Right after we finalized the show schedule, Ada sent an invitation to Ferris's parents. And you know how that went. Everyone present goes silent as they look at the glass shards and red paint scattered everywhere. Ada, is there anything we can do to help? Stay alert and protect the future shows. That's right. Since they've rejected Ada's goodwill, they definitely won't give up easily. Ada smiles bitterly and bows to everyone again. I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Ensuring the show takes place successfully is part of the request. You don't have to blame yourself for this, Miss Ada. Zhaohui helps Ada up, and Zhang Yu comes over to help support by her shoulders. Yup. Nothing's going to happen to the troupe with us around. I'll be counting on you all in the future then. It's getting late, and I also need to take care of troop business. Oh yes, about those 2 attackers. Leave them to us. Miss Zhaohui, could you go easy on them? After all, it was because of me that... Relax, we know our limits. Several minutes later, the 2 hired attackers receive a stern talking to from Zhang Yu and slink off, vanishing into the night. As I watch them fade away, I can't help but ponder the situation. So they were hired, then? No, if they were like the people who tried to ambush Ada earlier, they're probably related to the Varyears too. Before the 2 men can flee into the darkness, I call out to Groza. Groza, follow them and see where they're headed. Okay. Yeah, they could be Varyeagers. You gotta be careful about that. And it looks like it might be, based on the mission here. I mean, you never know. Like this whole battle coming up. Alright. Bang bang, bang bang. Out in the wilds, a petite doll is racing through the herd of Elids. She places shot after shot with deadly precision, driving away the Elids that are swarming her. Okay. Is this a new doll? Could this be Faye? It is Faye. Whoa, look at her. Wow, she is so bright. I feel like you normally don't see like really bright characters. Like especially like being red, like a non-natural color. Like I think so far like maybe like I guess when it comes to like hairstyles, like maybe like blonde is probably the brightest, or I guess whites as well. But like not vibrant like red here that stands out. Okay. Oh wait, game's freezing. The Elid corpses ringing her are piled high like gruesome sandbags. Her gun is starting to heat up, but Faye shows no sign of stopping. Instead, she begins counting the bodies on the ground. 7, 8, 9, 14. Still not enough. Again. Faye scowls, then leaps up from the slope of the Elid pile. Another Elid lunges at her as her gun is moving between targets. Faye whirls and throws her tomahawk, which cleaves deeply into the creature's throat. Yeah. Another body hits the floor. The impact shatters the collapsed crystals in the corpse, and the fragments land at Faye's feet. Faye quickly bends down to pick up the chunks, wipes off the icky stuff on them, then shoves them into her pockets. That's what you get for trying to ambush me. Soon, the gathered Elids have all been dealt with. Faye picks up the last collapsed crystal piece and pats her bulging pockets. That should be enough, right? I ought to be able to get a present with these. Or is it? According to the art of human interaction, presenting a gift after meeting an old friend following a long separation is a sign of your sincerity. So does this mean I should collect more crystals? I still have enough time to kill more of these Elids. Plus, the pieces will get worn down in processing. It'll be bad if I don't have enough. Faye looks up and gazes into the distance. A wisp of smoke curls into the air. It seems there's another Elid pack up ahead. She mounts up on her motorbike and roars over to the source of the smoke. That's kinda cool. I think Faye sounds really cool right now with the tomahawk and the motorbike. However, as she approaches the smoke, Faye gradually realizes something is wrong. Wait, those aren't Elids? The source of the smoke lies just over 100 meters away, but it isn't created by the elites. Rather, it comes from weirdly modified Variegear vehicles. They seem to have found something, and several converted junkers are pouring fire on a small hill. It's the Variegears again. Did they spread all the way over here? Phase up the outputs of her visual modules and tries to see who the Variegear's target is. However, she can only make out several indistinct shapes amidst the roiling cloud of dust. Could it be stranded travelers or residents from a nearby settlement? Who cares? Those Variegears are all a-holes anyway. I'll just shoot first and ask questions later. Faye revs her motorbike and rides into the heart of the dust cloud. Hey, over here! Okay. And this is where the battle comes in. Alright. That's cool. We're finally gonna meet Faye, so... I guess now there's like a full squad that we can make with Monsoon Squad. But I feel like for me, I don't plan on getting them. Even though for me, I think Zhaohui is really cool. I would love to get her, but you know, whenever I do get people, like whenever I do pull, I try to do it for the team building, which is the lore friendly stuff that I've been doing this whole time. Like yeah, Andros and Belka, I want them next, man. Like, yeah, Hide 404 is really cool. Alright. Only one more guy left. Don't think Michito can do anything at all. Okay, just like finish off this guy here then. There we go. Nice. To Faye's surprise, the people surrounding the hill are actually pretty good fighters and work well with Faye. Soon the Variegear's convoy of modified vehicles is driven off. Faye brings her motorbike to a halt and runs up the hill, waving to the people behind the smoke and dust. You guys alright? We're good. Thanks for your help just now. That surprise attack of yours was most impressive. You're welcome. You guys were pretty good too. Are you bounty hunters? I thought you were local res... As the people she's addressing emerge from the smoke, Faye's words catch in her throat. You guys... Oh, it's... it's them. Yo, Faye. Surprised to see us? See, Commander, I told you it was Faye. There's no way I would mistake anyone who lugs a axe around with her all day long for anyone else. But she has a gun too, right? I was wondering if maybe instead of a sword, maybe they have a they would give her an axe. But no, I think she also has a gun too, because they talked about it earlier. It's been a while, CZ75. I mean, Miss Faye. Yeah, that's a pistol, right? So she has a pistol. Yes, long time no see, Faye. I smile and walk up to the stall I haven't seen in a long time. 10 years have passed and she's changed her outfit, but her brilliant red hair still burns like fire, and the spirited look in her eyes hasn't changed a bit. I was looking forward to meeting you again from the moment Diane told me she had contacted you. I thought we'd meet at the campsite, but I didn't expect to run you into you here. Can we consider it fate that our reunion took the form of fighting side by side? Faye seems to want to say something, but she spaces out after hearing me speak. Her mouth hangs half open, and her face turns red as she struggles to find the right words to say. Commander, nice to meet you again. Or nice to see you again. I got a gift for you when we meet again. I mean, I was planning to get you a gift, but I haven't managed to get it yet. But I've got the funds ready. Saying so, Faye reaches into her pockets, and then she freezes up. Aye? Faye exclaims in shock and looks down at her pockets. Unable to believe her eyes, she feels around inside. Her pockets, which had been stuffed to the brim with just a short while ago, were grazed by bullets during the firefight just now. All the collapsed crystals she worked up so hard to collect have been scattered everywhere, leaving only a few pieces sparkling forlornly in her hand. How could this? My collapsed crystals? Faye? Faye clenches her fist in frustration, then grabs her head. It looks like she's struggling to keep her control of her emotions. After a while, she looks up with a bitter expression on her face. I'm sorry, Commander. It looks like your gift will have to wait. Cheer up. So you drop all those collapse crystals you collected, so what? Let's pick them all up again. I'll help you. What's important is that you met the commander again, not some present. Yes, seeing you here is what matters to me. I pat Faye's shoulder and tried to console her. Faye has seemed on edge ever since we met. She hasn't said much, and what little she says come out as a nervous stuttering. What happened to her? I remember she was rather hot-tempered in Griffin, but not like this. Maybe I should ask her about it later when I get the chance. But yeah, we'll continue on next time, guys. I think we'll be able to finish things off, maybe. I mean, we'll see. Usually it takes me 3 videos, and yeah, it might be it for the next one. But yeah, cool to see Faye here, a new character. Yeah, she has a really cool design. It's my first time seeing her. And yeah, assuming she's from the first game, this is my first time seeing her. She does look really cool with the tomahawk and stuff. But yeah, guys, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good